we are back. So I usually pick my songs just kind of depending on what I'm feeling at the moment. However, this song, our next speaker really called to this next speaker, and I'm like, I have to do this song for Melissa. Like, this is so her. Like, it rings so true to her fire, her energy, her medicine in this. Yes, yes. So I figured that song was very Melissa. With that, Melissa Faith Ramirez, as she says it, with all the R's, is a medicine woman. She is an intuitive guide and shamanic seer. Her journey of exploring over 50 countries and a plethora of dark nights. She's actually going through a dark night of the soul right now, as many of you are as well, has supported her in remembering her resilience and strength to step back into her divine feminine power. She is all feminine. She is all beauty. She is all sexy. And today she's talking to you all about the new sexy. The playing field in relationships, they've shifted in the quantum field. The new sexy means no more masks and releasing the manipulation games. Goodness gracious. The new turn on is all about being all of you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Join me to learn how to bring in authentically and vulnerably into your heart and into the bedroom. Hello, Melissa.
Aloha, my loves. Thank you for that beautiful introduction, my sweets. I'm so grateful to be here once again working with you. Thank you for choosing that song. Yes, that's exactly who I am, who I've become. Because I really feel like this journey is about us remembering who we are. I really feel like this journey is us understanding that we are this gorgeous, expansive, limitless, right? Being, multidimensional being that's actually here to live the shit out of life, right? And I will be cursing. So if that bothers you, just cover your ears every once in a while, or just allow yourself to be present and open to the vibration and the energy that comes through. There's like this poo-pooing, right? With like us being our full selves. And when I'm my full self, I say fuck and I say shit and I say all that loving, delicious stuff, because that's just what comes out of me, right? I'm just a vessel. You're just a vessel. We are just vessels. We are vessels here. I call this a physical meat suit, right? This physical meat suit we have chosen in order to be the vessels here to do the work that we're meant to do, right? My journey has been beautifully long and kicked my ass over and over again. But I really understand that the journey that I've been on has brought me to this exact moment to be with you guys. So I'm going to start here by just saging the space. And for those of you that aren't aware what sage is, it's this beautiful medicine from Mother Earth that just clears the space, you know, and we can use something physical if we desire, or we can just play in the quantum, close our eyes, take a deep breath, and set the intention that we want to clear. Right? So that's what we're here to do, my loves. We're here to understand that when we allow ourselves to step into the quantum, anything is possible. And we don't need anything physical in order to make shit happen. So, the new sexy. Everyone take a deep breath with me. Inhale, hold, and then exhale, just sighing it out. And allow yourselves to move your bodies as you exhale. Let's do one more of those delicious deep inhales. Inhale. And I want you to feel a vibration as you're exhaling your body. We always have to remember when we do this work, my loves, there's 3 parts: body, mind, spirit. Body, mind, spirit. And something that keeps playing in my mind lately is body first, mind second. Body first, mind second. When we do this work, which, you know, whichever kind of work you're doing in your healing work, right? Because my journey has been hardcore healing, right? And through the hardcore healing was I able to discover the opportunity to actually step into the quantum. You know, my journey wasn't just stepping into the quantum from the get, from my first dark night. My first dark night happened, oh goodness, 2010. When I knew all this shit was coming. I had a clear vision. I'm a psychic medium as well, amongst a plethora of other things that I do because I'm multidimensional. Remember, we can tap into whatever we so desire and we're gifted with, right? I saw Corona coming, you know, so I was that person at the top of the rooftop saying, listen up, everybody. And of course, I was deemed crazy because of it, because I wasn't grounded. And I hadn't done a proper healing to understand how to deliver the message to only those that are ready to hear. So I'm grateful that all of you guys are here making the effort, the concerted effort for self, right? To learn these beautiful teachings from all these gorgeous teachers. And thank you, Linda, for your beautiful breath work. It really gave me permission to step in, right, to the work that I'm doing. And I want you to see the flow of that, right? The flow that oh, thank you, Ania. Yes, I am in a dark night. I have decided to leave my partner of 3 years just last night. And this morning, sharing in my vulnerability and my authenticity, because I really believe that is going to give those that want to hear the message of stepping into their fullness, that's going to give them permission to have their own, to tap into their own authenticity and their own vulnerability. Because my loves, that's the new turn on. That's the new turn on. The new turn on is, how can I be fully expansive myself, the good, the bad, the ugly, the shameful, the fear, the anger, the rage. My loves, we're not meant to be these gorgeous goddesses all the time and just giving beautiful words. No, motherfucker, we have it all. We are a plethora of everything. And the more we allow ourselves to see that, the more we integrate that within ourselves, right, sis? The more we integrate that within ourselves, the more we can stand in our power exactly as we need to be. Not the way other people have told us to. Not the way other people have shown us to. I grew up super duper Catholic. I'm from Colombia, where Ania is right now. That's why my name is Melissa Faith Ramirez. I have a bilingual name, right? I grew up super duper Catholic and Colombian. And it was like, cross your legs, wear your frilly dress, and say nothing. Just smile. My parents actually put me through beauty school. Yep. Because they wanted for me to become a beauty pageant queen, because that's what you do as a Colombian woman. That's what you aspire to do, or an actress, or this. And I'm not calling shame on any of that. That's your journey. That's what comes from your now, right? I live in Hawaii now. I came over here on a one-way ticket 7 years ago from New York City, because I was raised in New York. And the ow is the core, the gut, right? Our intuition, our solar plexus, right? That little gorgeous, beautiful voice that says, go here, do this. When many times it's like, you want me to do what? You want me to go where? That's completely against what my monkey mental mind, limited mind is telling me that I have to do, that I should do. Stop shitting on yourself, my love. Stop shitting on yourself. There's nothing you must do. Stop masturbating on yourself. Masturbating, hell fucking yeah, but stop masturbating on yourself. Right? So I'm here to break the fucking chains. I'm here to break the cycles. And today I broke a cycle. So like I shared with you before, I've chosen to depart from my beautiful partner of 3 years. And we both came into the understanding, into this relationship, knowing that life is about chapters. The chapter's over. No ill. It is what it is. I'm feeling my feelings. I'm human. I'm still human. You know, even though we play in the quantum, there's still stuff that still kind of like hangs around. You got to feel it to heal it. And I felt it to health it this morning, hardcore. So in a way, Zoom coming down and giving me that extra time was divine. because I live on the top of a mountain. My backyard is the forest. Thank you, God, right? Thank you, universe. Thank you, source. Thank you, creator. Whatever label you want to put it. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, Buddha. Whatever master teacher, whatever it is. Thank you, intuition. Whatever feels good for you. There is no right or wrong, but just be in resonance with it. Allow it to just be, allow yourself to own whatever it is. So for me, I'm now owning God because I finally saw God. Crazy, Catholic, raised Catholic, and I was taught God is fearing, God is all this fun stuff that God really isn't, but I couldn't wrap my head around it. I couldn't understand it when everybody was just barking at me, telling me, you have to be this, you have to be that. And I said, fuck that, right? I'm gonna find my own way, my own path, and that's what I did. And I did it against a lot of people that loved me, and I lost a lot of people along the way. And when you really allow yourself to vulnerably and authentically step into your own power, you're gonna lose people. It's part of the journey. And it fucking hurts and it's fucking sad. And it's hard. It's hard, right? But that's part of the process. But it's this, the more you allow yourself to just step in, jump off the cliff. You know, a good chunk of my work that I work with private clients is I call deep dives, where we fucking dive deep. The more we allow ourselves to dive deep, the more we can see our truth. The more we can see all parts of us, right? That's what shadow work is, shadow integration. For those of you that don't understand what that is, we'll talk about that. Come into the membership. That's going to be part of my work here with the New Sexy. Right? Shadow work is when you finally say, I'm fucking done. Right? I'm fucking done. And I want to do things differently. I'm going to put my headset on because, of course, the way spirit works, the gorgeous landscape here today. Can you all hear me? Can I get a thumbs up, Ania, if you guys can hear me well? All right, I'm just going to go with it. Awesome. Thank you, my love. So, so where was I? See, this is how this works. It's not my logical mind going down a list of what I need to say, what I need to speak. I'm just a channel. I'm just in flow because I allowed myself to prepare myself before I jumped in on this and say, okay, God, okay, spirit, okay, universe, okay, co-creator, flow, baby, flow. Yes, yes. Right? I will be your vessel. And that's exactly what I did this morning. It's fucking storming here. The sun just came out, but it's storming up here. And I chose to walk into the forest, into my office, I like to call it, right? So Medicine Woman was such a perfect song. Thank you, my love. Right? And I decided to walk into the forest barefoot. I would have gone naked, but we have a couple of hikers coming. Right? I go naked at night. Full moon. Oh, gorgeous. That's another story. So I'm walking in the forest in the rain and I'm crying. I'm feeling my feelings because I'm feeling the betrayal. I'm feeling the fact that I was unaware that we were living the same cycle that I came into this relationship wanting to heal with him. And I had this image that we were going to heal together and we were going to create this fucking gorgeous empire together. He's not ready. And that's okay. Right? That's okay. But I had to feel my feelings because I can see, I can taste his capacity. And I see this with love. Right? And hear me, when I speak truth about someone else in my life that I'm experiencing with, it's not throwing anybody under the bus. It's just speaking truth. It's taking off the mask and everything is great. Yeah, we're great. Everything is wonderful. When meanwhile, deep down inside, you're fucking dying. Because you just had a blowout the other day, or the person just mistreated you, or you just mistreated them, right? Because it takes two to tango. That's how it works. I'm not the victim here. No one's a victim here. Everything happened the way it needed to happen and the chapter's over. So I went out there and I'm walking in the rain and I'm feeling the rain on my face. And I get to this area where I hold my full moon ceremonies and it's just this beautiful opening to the valley, right? And it's just this gorgeous mountains and these fucking clouds and this strong wind. And I just yell at the top of my lungs, God, I'm here. Take me. Let me be your vessel. Give me permission to do what I'm here to do. I'm done with the bullshit. I'm done with the masks. Look at the synchronicity. Now we're here having this conversation. The platform that I was given dropped a couple of weeks ago. And I was like, you want me to do what? Oh, shit. But because I'm so surrendered, I allow. And everything happens the way it needs to happen, right? So I'm there and I'm feeling the pouring rain on my chest, the wind howling, shoving me a bit. I'm on a cliff. There's no fear because I know I'm protected. I know I'm held. And as I'm feeling held, this colony of parrots, just plethora of parrots, fly over. And for me, that's a sign of synchronicity. You're held, baby girl. You're held. You're loved. Get that fucking wind back underneath your wings. You were taught this to fly. You experience this experience so you can break that cycle. That cycle of I had lived in so many past relationships. And I swore in my core, my na'au, was never going to happen again. We were going to break that together. And we did break that together. But we're not moving forward together. And that's okay. And I will always love him. And I will always support him. But right now, he's in his dark night. And he needs to be alone. Because when we are going through our dark night, we must be alone. So if you're feeling your dark night coming in, my loves, separate yourself. Go into your cocoon, go into your cave. Because my love, no one is going to save you. Not even God. Not how it works. We are co-creators. We have to learn how to save ourselves. God would hold us. The universe will hold us, right? You have to trust, right? You have to let yourself just feel it all. We have to feel it to heal it. So I went out to the forest so I could feel it to heal it. And I fucking screamed at the top of my lungs. And I cried and I got down on my knees and I got into the dirt and I felt it all. And then all of a sudden the clouds open up and this little tiny hole, the sun peeks out. You're like, hey, mama, I got you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Gratitude, right? The attitude has to be gratitude. Gratitude, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then I turn around and I love right now. Can you all hear what's happening outside my house? There must be like 4 different machines going on for the landscaping, right? Oh, you know why my window's open? 1 second, my loves. Let me close the window. And we're back. Take a little sip of my clear mind. Brew Dr. Kombucha. This is a good example, my loves, that when we do this work, when we learn to like dive into our authenticity and our vulnerability, we got to take care of our vessels, right? Because our vessels are what house us. Our vessels are what give us the energy that we need in order to do the action that we need to take forward. So if you're plugging up your vessel with these externals that are lowering your vibration, and listen to me, I'm not calling anybody out. I'm giving you my story, okay? My story was marijuana. My story was alcohol. My story was eating shitty food. My story was eating meat. For me right now, at this point that I'm in, I had to let go of all of that and everything just opened. And when everything just opened, it was like, oh, now I see it. I take care of my vessel takes care of me. And when you make that switch, you know, it's just like everything falls into place. When you trust it, everything just falls into place, and it has. And we'll be talking about that too with my master classes. And we'll be talking about, you know, nutrition wise, how to really take care of the vessel and how to really focus on the Trinity, the mind, body, spirit. Because it's not just one thing, right? Like we can't intellectualize our shit. I mean, it's funny, right? When I work with clients, and most of the clients that come to me are very deep monkey minds, because I once had a very deep monkey mind, right? And I believe my work is not, I'm not sitting here saying I'm some grand master and I know it all. Right? I'm here saying I'm walking my walk. And for those of you that resonate with the walk that I'm walking, then come on in. I got stuff. Thank you, Kaz. Me encanta la energía español. Eso pues. And we're bilingual here too. So you come with me, you learn a little bit español. So, and give me time, because I know I can go on and on and on, my love. I'm at 26 right now. Let me know when time needs to go, because there's a little surprise I want to give it. I need 3 minutes at the end for a little surprise. So, okay, let's take a deep breath together. Everybody inhale. And sighing it out. 5 to 8 minutes. Thank you, my love. Gorgeous. Okay. And allow yourself to do that too. When you're feeling anxious, right? Anxiety is not a bad thing. Depression is not a bad thing. They've labeled it as such. Let me tell you a little story. Talk about authenticity and vulnerability. When I was in the thick of my shit, another time that I was in the thick of my shit, you know, it gets easier. It's not like all of a sudden you have one moment and boom. I mean, that has happened to some folks that I know of. That didn't happen for me. It's layers, 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 right? And it gets easier. It's like, because you have more clarity, you can see it for what it is, and you don't get caught up in the shit. You can see the shit. Oh, I see you, shit. I ain't playing with you no more, shit. Thank you for coming and joining me. So I'm in New York City, 2015. I had it all, according to what other people thought was having it all. According to what society implanted in my mind was having it all. And I didn't understand what the fuck was going on. I was hearing voices. I was in incredible pain. I was feeling, I had deep, deep symptoms. Nobody knew what was going on. I was undiagnosable, you know, from physical perspective. And I decided to go to a psychiatrist. It was my last straw. And I really believe I decided to go to a psychiatrist because it was really more my family pushing me. They didn't know what the fuck to do with me, and less did I. You know, and check out my Instagram. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Maybe down here in the chat, I'll add it in. But check out my Instagram. I'm telling the story, but I'll tell it to you guys here now. It'd be more complete in the Instagram. But I go to the psychiatrist, and I could see right through him. Here's what we do. You can see right through people. You can see the people's bullshit. You just doubt it. We can all see people's bullshit. Thank you, my love. Right? We all have that capacity. I'm nobody special. I just chose to do this shit sooner. Right? So I'm looking at the psychiatrist. You know, it's not personal. I could see right through him. You know, it felt so disconnected. You know, he was asking me questions and just ticking off boxes. And I just surrendered. Okay. And he said, well, we really need to, you know, reevaluate you in about a week. We may be having to consider to bring you into a psych ward, an insane asylum. And all that was running through my head, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, here I am, college degree, fucking penthouse, relationship. Everything looks fucking great on the outside. And I'm like, what? Me? I'm crazy? I'm not crazy. I know I'm not crazy. I feel crazy, but I know I'm not crazy. Actually, I learned later on, we actually create our crazy. And then we can create our clarity. And then we create our calm, right? But join the masterclass. We'll get more into that. So I'm there, and he diagnoses me depression, high functioning anxiety. You're Colombian, you're cray. Yeah, we are cray, right? So I was diagnosed a plethora of things: dissociative personality disorder. What else? Goodness, I don't even remember. Like, it's now a figment of my imagination, because it was just a chapter that I needed to live. And since I'm no longer holding on to those stories. It was a story that I needed to live. It was real, it happened, but it's no longer part of my story anymore. But I let that go. But I'll share this with you guys. So when he gave me the little piece of paper with a plethora of medications, like hardcore antipsychotic medications. I touched the paper and the body never lies. My body projectile vomited on the psychiatrist. And it was hilarious. Not at the moment. It was like, oh shit, what just happened? He had these little glasses. And he takes off his glasses and you could just see his eyes and vomit all over his face. It was like an exorcist shit, like bah, right on him. And then I'm like, oh, this is not a mental health thing. This is something different. And that's when I started on my journey, recognizing that this is something different. So for those of you that are suffering from mental health disorders, and I'm telling you, it's going to amp up. COVID opened up that fucking puppy. It's opened up that portal, right? It's, to each his own. You do your own analysis. But in my journey, mental health, depression, anxiety, bipolar, dissociative personality disorder, all that shit, it's just, you're a multidimensional being. You don't know what the fuck is going on with you. And when you're scared, you just fucking turn to the easiest thing because you don't want to look at your shit, because that's even more scary. And we live in a society where it's like, pop a pill, for us gorgeous feminine, it's like, you bleed, shove a tampon up your vagina, pop a pill and keep it fucking moving. No. That's your time to rest. That's your time to cocoon. That's when you have the most clarity. That's when you're connected to God. That's when you're connected to the divine. That's when you're a straight up fucking channel. Without wanting to be in channel. And that's why we're deemed crazy and out of control. And I don't want to be near her when she's PMSing because she's just nuts. Because we don't know. Nobody's ever taught us. But I will be teaching you here. So all of this is what brought me to bring forward this platform, The New Sexy, where authenticity and vulnerability is the turn on. Why? Because when you are allowing yourself to be completely bare with your lover, truth, and knowing that they're holding space for you, everything gets wet down there. Everything just opens up. It's like the flower just opens. And then this deliciousness comes into the man because he's playing his role as a protector, as a provider, as a one to hold space for the feminine so she could be in her chaos and she can be in her creativity. And we'll be talking about polarity too, right? We've been taught different. And women have had to put the fucking pants on and fucking be all these, no, divine feminine is soft and subtle and fucking raging too. She's all of it, but she's intuitive. She's a guide. And then the man's role is to hear the messages that the gorgeous, intuitive female brings forward. And then he's the one that takes the action. The man is the physical. The woman is the celestial. So I love you guys so much. I want to play one little thing before we go. Is that okay, my love? Can I get 2 minutes? Okay, so everybody stand up. If you're not standing up just yet, stand the fuck up. And I want you to wiggle your body, Woo! Shake that shit out, shake it out, shake it out. How am I going to do this? Screen, what am I sharing here? I'm so not the person that is tech savvy. So you know what? We're going to have to leave it as a surprise for the masterclass. So come on in, my loves. Join Xpansion Alchemy. Ania has put something together that is so incredibly gorgeous. So if you join and you join my masterclass, you get a little surprise that for some reason wasn't meant to be right now. It's meant to be later. And that's okay. And that's what we do. We're not ticking off boxes. So get on to the freebies that she's offering, right? Thank you, Ania, for giving that opportunity. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, right? Thank you for giving me the platform so people can know that they ain't crazy. They're just waking up. Trust it. I love you guys.
We're all a little crazy. Let's be honest. We're all a little cray.
But the difference is like we learn to realize that we actually are creating our crazy.
Mhm.
So it's not a bad thing being crazy,
Not a
but when
bad
you're
thing.
crazy ungrounded, it's like, oh shit, I'm losing my mind. No, like we got to lose our minds in order to actually step into this power, right?
Oh, yes. And we are
To
all
reprogram the mind.
stepping into the power right now. I had a beautiful interview this morning, actually, with our next two speakers, which we talked all about stepping into that power. The new earth is asking us to step into this power. Ooh, so good. Thank you so much for that, Melissa. You always ring to my soul. I have one of my Colombian friends with me here
Ah,
today watching live, and he's like, "Oh, she's Colombian." I was like, "Me and Melissa, like, we have like a soul bond here that's unimaginable. It's crazy. I have so much love for this country, for your country, for the people, just all of it. Like, you and I connected right away. Yeah. All right.
immense.
Let's take a quick 2 minute break and then go on with our next speakers. And then we will be wrapping up today shortly enough. So let's take a quick 2 minute break and then move on.